This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So Eddie Hearn has confirmed that Anthony Joshua will defend his IBO, WBO, IBF and WBA World Heavyweight Unified titles against his IBF Mandatory Kubrat Pulev on June the 20th. Now there's talks that it could well be at Tottenham Hotspur's new football stadium, which is state-of-the-art, 60,000 people, and Eddie Hearn was recently seen over there looking at the facilities. So that does look like that's what's going to be happening, which would be no great surprise as that has been the venue that Eddie Hearn has been talking about for quite some time, being that his dad, Barry Hearn, has a very good relationship with the Tottenham Hotspur chairman, the owner, in Daniel Levy. So that would be great to actually have a boxing event there, unless, of course, you're an Arsenal fan. You probably won't be too happy about that, right, due to the North London rivalry. Now, this is a fight that is very, very interesting. It should have happened, about 2 years ago. Then Kubrat Pulev pulled out through injury. Carlos Takam then replaced him as he was next down the list as far as the IBF, so Joshua could fulfill his IBF mandatory. Now Pulev, he's had plenty of opportunities to fight Joshua before and went the European heavyweight title route, and other ones kept turning fights down. Even when he was mandated to fight Joshua originally, he was making excuses about how his then promotional team, management team of Team Sauerland, weren't communicating things properly to him. He wasn't aware that he was going to be next, and 10 weeks wasn't enough. He needed 12 to 16 weeks to train for Anthony Joshua. Then ultimately, lo and behold, no great surprise, he pulls out of the fight. So either way, June the 20th seems to be the date, the location. And as I said to you guys before, when there was plenty of talk about Pulev, obviously now he's with Bob Arum, they would love nothing more than to take it into Bulgaria, into Turkey, into America, basically out of Anthony Joshua's home comforts, if you like, of the United Kingdom. But it seems that they've all conceded on that one, and I can only presume that Joshua has given Pulev more of his purse than maybe what he would have done elsewhere. I'm not necessarily talking about a purse split, but a guaranteed set amount to ensure that the fight happens in the UK. Because Joshua, he didn't fight at all in the UK in 2019, which again, Anthony Joshua, he's got his haters. So before he went over to New York and obviously agreed to fight Miller before that one fell through. Joshua, he's a British champion. He doesn't travel around the world. He's supposed to be world champion, not UK champion. He then goes and fights outside the UK. Oh, well, why are you fighting over there for? Oh, why are you fighting in New York? Oh, why are you fighting in Saudi Arabia? You see, you can never win with these absolute clowns. Speaking of clowns, again, I'm also hearing how a lot of people say, oh, Kubrat Pulev, he's really old. This is typical Anthony Joshua. When's he going to fight somebody decent? Well, Kubrat Pulev has been a consensus top 10 for many, many years. Granted, he don't really take the risks himself. He's quite happy to fight journeymen and gatekeepers until his opportunity arises. No, that's for sure. But Pulev, he's 38 years old. So is he the wrong side of the age to pose a threat to Anthony Joshua? Not really. Pulev will always be dangerous. He's got that razor sharp jab, and he always follows it up with the straight right hand. I mean, Pulev does seem to have a bit of an issue about throwing the right hand without throwing the left first. That does seem to be one of his catalysts, which could end up getting him done, which is ultimately what happened when he fought Vladimir Klitschko a few years ago. But again, you see people who say that Joshua shouldn't be fighting Pulev. I mean, first of all, do you want Joshua to vacate the IBF title? You probably do, which is probably why you're saying it. But it was perfectly okay when Hughie Fury went and fought Pulev, even though the age gap between Hughie Fury and Kubrat Pulev is far greater than Joshua and Pulev. And it's not like Joshua is actively seeking to looking and calling out Pulev because he really wants that fight. No, he has no choice. All right. And it's a big fight here in the UK due to the amount of Bulgarians that are here in the UK. These guys will just eat up those tickets wherever it's going to be, especially in London. There's a lot of Bulgarians, and Kubrat Pulev, in his home country of Bulgaria, he's like the Superman over there. He's the David Beckham, he's the Anthony Joshua, he's a massive, massive star. So, of course, he is bringing over a lot of attention. So he is bringing something to the fight outside of just being a mandatory. And he has a very good resume as well as. But anyway, this will be Anthony Joshua's first defense of his newly crowned unified heavyweight titles, even though Joshua did go around belt collecting all those belts individually, lost them to Ruiz, got them back, and now this would be his first defense. Can't really afford to slip up. Really can't afford to slip up. This is his mandatory, which means that there's probably not going to be a rematch clause in this one. So if he does slip up, getting a rematch with Pulev, not too sure, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's what's going on. June the 20th, Eddie Hearn, this is what he's confirmed. Looks like that's the date, and we're waiting on the exact venue. But for all intents and purposes, the Tottenham Hotspur football ground, London, North London. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, catch you all on the next video.